I'm Low Life. This is Cyberpunk. I promise, but some shit got fucked up. So, here's the rundown. While I was recording Cyberpunk, OBS crashed. I had lost like 2 minutes of footage, right? Like I started recording, 2 minutes later, crashed, whatever. I'm like, who cares? I was in transit to what I was, gonna be doing, the mission. So, start recording again, record for an hour. Record for a goddamn hour. Turns out, OBS was not done playing its little tricks with me because that hour's worth of footage is fucked. It's fucked up. And I only found that out this morning when I woke up to do some editing. So and here is an example of what it looks like. So yeah, it's an hour-long slideshow with me giving commentary that is like desynced. As the video goes on, the desyncing gets a lot worse. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to summarize what has happened in that hour. And there's going to be a time stamp, like maybe here. Hey, this is Low Life from the future. For you it's the past, but for this guy, it's the future. This shit turned out to be way longer than I thought it was gonna be. So there is no gameplay. Surprise. So if you want to watch gameplay, it's coming tomorrow, I promise. Sorry about this whole thing again. But yeah, I got fucked. Enjoy the recap. Have fun with a little story time. Love you. Bye. On where you can go if you just want to get to good video. You want to get to the good quality stuff and skip the summary. So, let's get into this fucking recap. Let's get into the recap. Recap time, boys. No, so started off with the quest violence. And by the way, I usually write like a little short script and, kind of get some thoughts and ideas down before doing the rundown. This is off the fucking cuff, dude. It kind of is what it is. There's just so much. I'm just gonna go with what I remember. I do have the footage here that I'm gonna be like looking through, but I'm still pretty soul crushed by this whole thing, if you can't tell. I'm just a teensy bit dead inside. So we start with the quest violence. Lizzie Wizzy. I don't know who the fuck Lizzie Wizzy is. Like maybe some popular artist in the world, whatever. So this bitch calls me to a motel room. She is a robot. That's loosely related for later. But she thinks her boyfriend, who is her manager, a little weird. She thinks her boyfriend is cheating on her. She wants proof. So she sends me to the club that he goes to. All right. We have a hard time getting in. There's a big meatball looking motherfucker at the door telling me I can't go in. Fuck that guy. So what do? I play into his insecurities. No, I did, I just speak on the divide between classes. Like, hey man, that dude is so much richer than you. You think he gives a fuck about you? Just go ahead and let me in. And then he does. So, he's a bad bouncer. We get in, we check security cameras. What do we see? We see the boyfriend with another woman, okay? Ooh, got him, caught his ass. No, it's not what you think, all right? And I knew it wasn't going to be him cheating, but what it was worse, probably. He's talking to a lady, talking about getting Lizzie Wizzy, getting a copy of her. Okay, that sounds weird. He's trying to do to Lizzie Wizzy what they did to Johnny, like make him an engram. And he's asking about getting some characteristics removed. So he's trying to make a copy of her and fucking paste it without whatever flaws he perceives in her. Fucking weird. Fucking weird stuff. This is a weirdo guy. So, Johnny's obviously pissed about that. Rightfully so. He's a little triggered, you know. This fucking snowflake. But, so, we call Lizzie, let her know what's going on. She don't believe it. Too bad we got proof. Send it to her. Job done. Moving on. We head to the Moth Bar, okay? I don't remember what the fuck this quest was called. This was the main story quest in Phantom Liberty. I lost some pretty important stuff in Phantom Liberty when I lost all that footage. So, go to the Moth Bar. We're looking for Alex, okay? Alex is a spy that used to work for Reed. Go in, sit down, talk to the bartender. Just having a nice chat, okay? She's giving some old lady relationship advice, whatever. Just talking to the bartender. She makes me a drink. What a sweet gal. Then Reed comes in, and then this sweet gal is not so sweet no more. Turns out, this bartender, Daphne, is actually Alex. What? She's using some kind of camouflage shit. Some like futuristic, like turn your skin different thing. So the issue here between Alex and Reed, Alex was left in a shitty spot because Reed got super fucked up and abandoned by the president. Right? So Reed got done dirty, and then he got blamed. They said that he betrayed the country. And so Alex thought that Reed did her dirty without knowing that they were all just kind of left for dead by the president. So she's just now hearing this for the first time. Obviously, she doesn't believe it. She's a spy talking to spies. And myself, I'm not a spy. So she goes out, has a little smoke. All right, she needs to calm her nerves. She needs to decompress and process. When she gets back in, she's a little more friendly to me. She's friendly to me, and she's helpful. She tells us what we need to do in order to get Songbird back, or in order to look for Songbird. We need to go to the Voodoo Boys. So there's a Netrunner. He is a voodoo boy. His name is Slider. All right. Apparently he's blind, but it doesn't fucking matter because he just spends his whole time jacked into the fucking internet. What a loser spending all his time on the internet. So, we raid the Voodoo Boys compound. You would think it would be a fight. We get there, show up at the door, they're like, get the fuck out of here, or whatever, you know. Whatever their accent is. But I just tell them, hey, I'm cool with Madame Brigitte and Placide. I'm really not. I fucking hate those guys. I think those guys fucking hate me. But they're like, Maman Brigitte approves of you? Go in. So, fuck it. We in. We get back to Slider. He's a blind old dude just sitting in a chair. Jacked in. Just jacking in. We walked in on him jacking in, dude. It was fucking awkward. We explained the story. It kind of threatened him a little bit. Like, yeah, he's like a blind guy in a wheelchair, but he's dangerous, okay? And so we don't negotiate with dangerous, disabled people. After a little bit of coercion, he helps us out. What he does, he jacks into my head. Now we're jacking in together, okay? Hey, never doubt that you can jack in with the disabled. Moving on. So he goes in and he sees that in order to contact me, Songbird had to go through the black wall. I don't know what that means. I think we interacted with the black wall when we first interacted with the Voodoo Boys. Okay, and the way that Slider describes it is that the Voodoo Boys jack off in front of the black wall. His words, not mine. But what Songbird did was start poking holes in it. And so what the black wall is a barrier in cyberspace that separates the good internet from the bad internet. I don't get it. I don't get it. But hey, video games, we move on. With a little bit more coercion, we're actually able to get him to reach out and contact Songbird. This sounds like an easy process. It was very much so not. It was a violently explosive one. You ever seen a blind guy in a wheelchair blow up? Because I did. But hey, we made contact with Songbird. Look at her. Look at her, just so pretty, just sitting there in my head. Kinda. In my head, in the black wall, lost in space. I don't know, man. She tells us that she got captured by Hansen's goons. Okay? And they're gooning. She got nabbed by Hansen. She's a prisoner, but she's not in danger, she says. I'm suspicious. This makes me suspicious because she's still jacked into the internet. So they just got her like locked in a cell with a fucking Ethernet cable in her neck.
That's suspicious.
That don't seem right. But, you know, whatever. She tells me to go to the Black Sapphire in order to get her. There's going to be a big party. Now, I don't know what the fucking Black Sapphire is. The way that it is described is Konpeki Plaza 2.0. So this is obviously awakening some PTSD within me. I don't feel good about this. Not to mention, everybody I'm dealing with seems like they're ready to fuck me. Okay? You walk in on a guy jacking in, you jack in with him, and now I'm about to get fucked, I guess. I don't know how this works, but we're gaming. So, at the end of our little conversation, Songbird goes away. Okay, we lose our connection. Probably because Slider dies. Slider fucking dies. You know, oops. Sorry. Sorry, man. Reed doesn't seem too sad. We ask him about it because, look, we did promise. We're like, hey, man, if you help us out, then we will, like, lose all your information. Right? And when I say we, I mean the royal we. Royal being the country's government, right? Like the NUSA. So the NUSA was going to just like lose all his files and let him be him. We talked to Reed. We're like, hey, you were going to kill him, weren't you? To which he replies with,
I guess we'll never know.
With that done, go outside. Reed shows me the Black Sapphire. Big ass fucking building. Big ass building. Tons of security. No easy way in. What we need is a fixer. Good thing I got a fixer in the area. Mr. Hands, okay? Mr. Hands coming in clutch. Who knew that he'd be so important to this DLC? What Mr. Hands needs, though, is more reputation in the area. And how does he get that? Well, we got to do jobs for him. We got to do tree jobs for him. Easy peasy. Light work. That's fucking whatever. I'll do it. Who do I got to kill? So after this conversation with Mr. Hands, we get a text from Aaron, the boxer that we helped a couple episodes ago. And he said that he lost his fucking fight. Look. He went out. He did his best. it is what it is, but I was a little disappointed because I could have just taken some cash and let him throw the fight. Whatever. He followed his dreams. I helped him follow his dreams. He tells me to go meet him at a bar nearby. Fuck it, dude. Let's have a drink. We'll commiserate. As I'm going to this bar. And this is crazy. This is a bit of an environmental storytelling that I didn't pick up on until watching it back just now. As you're walking through an alley to get to this bar, there's two big old animal motherfuckers. You know, the big, like, beefy, juicy joints. Right? Whatever. Didn't think nothing of them. I wanted to kill them. I didn't. You know, sometimes I kill. Sometimes I no kill. Walk past them. I think I'm just going to the bar. Like, to me, I'm like, where's the front door? We walk past Aaron's corpse in the alleyway, just like in a pile of trash. He's Yamcha posing. They got him Yamcha posed, which is tragic. Sad times for all. That one actually, seeing him dead was like really upsetting to me. I don't know why. Just like the way that the story played out, it's this guy who's like down on his luck. He's made some bad choices. He's trying to get things together. We help him out, stand up to the bullies together. He goes out there to follow his dream. He fucking loses and then he dies? That's fucked. So that is the end of the footage that was fucked up. That was an hour's worth of gameplay recapped in 20 minutes, but obviously a bunch of this shit's gonna get trimmed down. So why am I wasting my time recording this game and playing it and showing you the recording? I could just play the game and then talk to you about it. It'd be way faster. No, so I'm gonna try my best not to have OBS fuck me in the future so this doesn't happen again, but we'll see. You sat through this whole shit. Thank you. Appreciate you. I mean, now you're caught up. Now we're operating with the same level of knowledge, you and I. Look at us. We're together mentally. You and me. As always, recline, relax, and rejoice. Enjoy the show.